Hi, I'm Isobel from Photo Media at Sydney College of the Arts. Now that we're all across camera exposure, we're going to talk briefly about file types. Your camera will have the option of shooting either in RAW or JPEG. Both have their advantages. JPEG is what we call a compressed file format, which means that your file remains quite small. This means that you can take more images on a smaller memory card. JPEGs are generally also easier to upload to the web and send over email. The disadvantage of working with JPEG though is because they are compressed, small images, they don't have a whole heap of information in them. If we're looking for the highest quality image and file size isn't a concern, we want to be shooting in RAW. RAW files are larger, but they have a whole heap more information in them, meaning that we can take full advantage of the resolution of our camera and have lots of information to play with in our image editing process. Speaking of editing workflow, you will need image editing software of some kind to open RAW files. They won't generally open with programs like Preview or other kind of similar programs, as they're designed to be the first step in an image editing workflow using things like Photoshop or Lightroom. Your camera will give you a range of JPEG and RAW formats to shoot in. For this course, we're always going to be shooting in RAW. Our priority is image quality over file size, so shooting in RAW is going to be our default. If RAW is so great, why have the JPEG option? Good question. You would shoot in JPEG for a few reasons. A, your camera doesn't support RAW files, so you can't shoot in RAW. B, you're making something like a stop motion animation, so small file sizes are important. Or C, you don't have access to image editing software, so you need to be shooting in JPEG. You'll notice that your camera will have a range of these RAW and JPEG sizes to choose from. Make sure that you always choose the largest option. To summarise, for any situation where image quality is your highest priority, always shoot in RAW. This will inform our digital workflow that starts with shooting in RAW, editing and then exporting either TIFF or JPEG, depending on whether our output is for print or for web.